Let's start by talking candidly and objectively to kick things off here. You and I may not like meme coins. In fact, I'll take it one step further. I don't like meme coins. But that being said, the early 2025 bull run made it very clear by the numbers that you cannot ignore meme coins as a subsector of crypto, whether you like them or not. Just look at some of the gains that certain meme coiners made in 2025, especially when it's a number one meme coin on Bitcoin, DOG of Bitcoin with the ticker DOGE. And the idea here is that when Bitcoin is up, it adds some fun to the equation. Looking at the last 3 months, actually, DOG is up 314%. There are a few reasons as to why this coin is pumping in particular, not the least of which is the fact that a tier 1 US exchange just listed DOG. And so my thesis is this, very simply. If meme coins are to rally again in one form or another, then this one is going to pump harder. I want to stay analytical here. I want to stay objective, but I think it's also worth taking a deeper look. Welcome to the channel. My name is Maddie, and this is Altcoin Buzz. TGIF, happy Friday. I wish you all the best of luck if you choose to invest. Meme coins or otherwise, by the way, I hope this space for you is very, very prosperous and that you do very well, genuinely. But I'm not a financial or investment advisor. Just remember that. And keep in mind also, by extension, this video is not official financial or investment advice. So what is DOG, D-O-G? Is it worth taking seriously? Is it worth considering at all? Well, the DOG of Bitcoin is kind of the full title here. It's actually an interesting idea of bringing meme-ness, if you want to call it, to the Bitcoin community, the traditionally more serious community. And to its credit, it's a project that's risen pretty quickly to become the top Bitcoin meme coin. It started with ordinals, which we've covered extensively in the past, and a huge runestone airdrop to 112,000 wallets. And before rebranding to the DOG of Bitcoin, it was itself a popular rune. The idea itself is pretty simple, and it stems from the fact that we have to accept that Bitcoin is itself a lot of different things. And those things include decentralized money, money separated from the state, economic opportunity in the form of a long-term saving account, all the things that you hear from Bitcoin maxis over and over again. The fact is, it's a multifaceted asset that appeals to different people for different reasons. And all those things are true, but there is one thing that Bitcoin does not represent to most of us, and that is fun. And so the idea here, whether you're a fan of it or not, is the suggestion that a little dog and a soft-looking plushie can perhaps push the community in a certain direction, help them remember that making money and creating economic opportunity is fun, and people can have some fun as they go about that process. As you have seen these last few days and these last few weeks, we've been talking about slowly unveiling a new project that we're very proud of here at Altcoin Buzz. Check out the link in the description below. We're inviting all of our viewers to try it, to check it out. Once again, you can find the link and participate in the description below. And now we're actually also seeing something else that has historically been quite rare in the meme coin space. That's the fact that DOG, D-O-G, actually has some news and some updates to share. So first of all, it recently got a Kraken listing. That was the tier 1 American exchange that I alluded to earlier. This is a big deal for a few reasons. Not just access to the US market, but as part of its decentralization and fairness culture, really, DOG, D-O-G, does not pay for exchange listings. Kraken is the first tier 1 exchange to list DOG, even though it's available on many other exchanges and dexes. That's for the spot markets. DOG perps are available on Bybit and OKX. So really, it wouldn't surprise me if spot listings come online there soon as well. There's also some treasury news to discuss here, believe it or not, because there is a publicly traded company that is holding DOG, D-O-G, as part of its treasury. C2 Blockchain is a Bitcoin infrastructure platform, and they just recently announced that they are buying DOG to hold as an official treasury asset. With their recent buy, they now hold 5 million DOG at a value of $2.5 million. And if you look at the totality of their investments, they actually all have one strategic element in common, and that is Bitcoin infrastructure. C2 is telling the world here that DOG, at least in their opinion, is an important part of Bitcoin infrastructure and is more than just memes, more than just pictures of some dog. And likely later this month, DOG Swap is going to launch, which is going to make swapping within the DOG community easier. Plus, a nice added benefit here is it's going to allow anyone who runs a Bitcoin node to become a market maker on the DEX if they want, which, look, maybe that's not for everybody, but if it is something that you're interested in, it's pretty cool. Now, the meme coin season in crypto has come and gone. It has, I guess, some diehard fans that are still hanging on. I was never really a fan personally. In fact, I think that some of the problems that we're seeing in the crypto market today stem from just this overabundance, this like saturation of meme coins in the space. And that's a separate discussion. We'd have to talk about pump.fun and just this like inundation of projects, overall number of projects that we've had. But like I said, I'm one particular person. There certainly was an appetite observably if we go back in time and we look at the numbers, we look at the metrics and the stats. But that enthusiasm, I think it's safe to say everybody would agree that that enthusiasm for meme coins is gone, mostly. And since January, most memes have done really as poorly, if not more poorly, than the rest of the non-big cap altcoins. I'm pointing out Trump coin here as an example, TRUMP. It's basically indicative or representative, I should say, of the whole meme coin market. You can see here in the last year, it's down about 70%. Even Dogecoin and DOGE, DOGE, basically the king of all meme coins with a nearly $25 billion market cap. That had a recent peak of 46 cents per token. But as you can see, that's down by about 60%. In fact, a little bit more than 60% to now 16.4 cents. So even the enthusiasm for really what I guess arguably would be the leading project in this space, the enthusiasm is way, way down. By comparison, DOG is not positive, but it's bucking that trend. I could give you some technical analysis reasons like ascending bull flag patterns or maybe how the candlesticks look, but that's not really the main thing here, the main idea, in my opinion. It's the fact that the community is active and is staying with them. We're still down about 20% over the last year, but unlike most of those pump.fun meme coins that were just extraction plays, there is actually a community here that is more organic than the average. And after dropping from 9/10 of a cent in January at the meme coin season peak down to about 1/10 of a cent in April, DOG has had a decent comeback. From April until now, DOG went from about 0.13 of a cent to where we sit right now, 0.4 of a cent, or about a 3x in that same span of time, 3 months. And obviously we've seen some positive news in that time, not the least of which is that Kraken listing that I keep mentioning. But a lot of people see DOG as this ordinals and runes trader sees it. It's not just a meme. It's Bitcoin infrastructure taking advantage of the new rune token standard. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you have no idea, but the point is that it shows the strengths of Bitcoin plus rune tokens, exchange listings, also treasury purchases, and widespread distribution. Now, the widespread distribution is one of the vital parts here because, of course, we all have projects that we like, but are held too much, maybe too closely by insiders, unfortunately, and that keeps us away. In this case, though, that's not what we're seeing. As a fair launch coin, even founder and influential runes investor Leonidas himself gave equal chances to everyone in order to buy. DOG is a meme. It's supposed to be fun, but it's also becoming more important as a piece of Bitcoin infrastructure. Aside from Kraken, which I'll mention now for the last time, it's also available on multiple exchanges, including our friends over at CoinEx, and of course lots of decentralized exchanges, DEXs, such as Jupiter, Radium, Orca, Xverse, even Magic Eden. Check out DOG. It's not for everybody, but if this is kind of where you like to dabble in the crypto space, this intersection of meme coins and community and this kind of stuff, Bitcoin as well, then it's a cute little dog. But like I've been saying, it also offers a lot more. Guys, let me know what you think about this one in the comments below. Also, be sure to join our social media discussions. Those are ongoing on both X and on Discord. You can find those links in the description of this video.